Hung.
It is.
So,
It's a strong last name.
Huh?
It's a strong last name. I love it.
Yeah, it is. It is. So I went from one strong last name to another strong last name. So what's that tell you about me? Good morning, you guys. Happy Friday. I was so happy to see everyone's faces last night. That was the first time I've been out of the house in like 3 weeks since the Delta thing happened. So that was really, really nice for me to get out of the house. And what you should expect from the call today is you should definitely expect to come out of your comfort zone a little bit. And you should also expect to help sharpen your knife and sharpen other people's knives. And what that means is you're going to be working on your skills on these calls. Elias is going to call you out and he's going to want to role play with you a little bit. And he's definitely going to want you to get better. And as iron, how does the saying goes? Iron sharpens iron.
Yep.
Who knows that saying? I'm not white enough or American enough to know these sayings. I grew up in a Persian household, but yeah, I think
that's from the Bible.
So, there you go.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, I like that. I like that saying. I like that saying. So I think the beginning of the calls are usually intention setting. So expect to, come ready to set your intentions, to get motivated, to give some motivation, contribute something of value to your brothers and sisters, as Elias says, and just be willing to learn and be open to this process because it is a process. And we've seen people on here like stumble across their own words, and the first time they get on a role-playing call, and then the second time or third time around, they're just so much stronger. They're bringing the heat. They've got the language down. They know the terminology. And so just expect to get better and better. And the way you do that is by showing up.
Awesome. Love it. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you, Melody. We do have some first timers in the room today. Let's go over to who is the first timer here. Sylvia Flores, you want to say hi, Sylvia, and what you expect to get from this group today?
Sure. Good morning, everybody. My name is Sylvia Flores, and I'm excited to join this group. I just want some motivation and definitely learning new things that I can implement in my business. And I'm excited to join you guys. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, Sylvia, thank you for being here. I have another person. It says D Loves Phone. D Loves Phone, you want to say hi and introduce yourself? Okay, well, D Love, we love you, and thanks for being here. Do we have any other first timers here? Is Karan, Dylan, are you brand new to this environment?
I am. How are you guys?
We are well. Welcome, my man. So what are you hoping to get from this environment?
Actually, I recently joined Team Fats, so just here for the first time, the group coaching as well. So trying to see what the vibe is about and trying to learn new ways to grow my business.
Awesome, brother. Well, welcome. I sent you an email earlier this morning, probably around 6:30 this morning. So, respond to that when you have a second, but welcome. You guys, so today, let's take an inward journey. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. I want you guys to realistically answer these questions. If you're not able to answer these questions and you need a little bit more time to answer these questions, then take all the time that you need. But I want to really take an inward journey today. Just so you guys know the flow of group coaching for the people that are new. On Mondays, we do mindset, motivation, intentions, and we talk about the goals from the prior week. Wednesday, we have a conversation about the market. This is a high-level conversation, different nuances in the market, new developments, what's going on. And then on Friday, we have a freestyle session, and this will cover all kinds of different topics. As you guys know, I'm an avid reader, The Shadow Effect, The Big Leap, The Power of Giving Away Power, Social Styles, Relentless, The 4-Hour Work Week. My mind is loaded with things because I'm constantly trying to find new angles, new ideas, and new thoughts to be able to bring to your table. So if it's already been done, then I might as well build off of that. And that's usually what I do is I read a lot. That way I can have something fresh to bring to the table each week for you guys. Because what I found about this group is that it holds you all accountable. But I think importantly as well, or not as important or equally as important, is it holds me accountable, right? It makes me be up at a certain time. It makes me make sure that I'm warmed up and make sure that I'm going to deliver for you guys. And then I arrive here and try to do my very best for you guys. So I want to ask you guys a couple questions. Like I said, feel free to answer them now or feel free to write them down and come back to these questions. But couple of things that I want to start out with today, and I saw this on a Tom Ferry post today, and I think it's really important. So just simply to be, B-E. So to be happy, to be grateful, to be focused, to be fearless, and to be persistent, right? Those are all things that we truly have a choice in doing. And those are things that we truly have a control over. What happens in frustration in life and all these things that build stress in our life is that we tend to want to control things that are 100% out of our control. How many of us get guilty of that at time to time? We try to control things that we truly, truly cannot, because that's who we are as humans. And then it leads to, damn, I'm frustrated, right? I'm frustrated. Well, you can't control those things. And so sometimes relinquishing is the best thing that you can do. So be happy, be grateful, be focused, be fearless, and be persistent, and do that every single day. And I promise you, if you follow that formula, you will find that those are the things that you could go all in on. Those are the things that you can truly, truly control in your life. And it will cause you to be less stressed and more happy. So I wanted to ask you guys a question. What happens in 113 days from now? Anybody?
Oh, I know, it's the new year, the new year.
Yeah.
Hey.
When should we start planning for the new year?
Now. Yesterday, last week, last month.
Yesterday, absolutely, last month. You guys, you know what? I am not a believer of New Year resolutions. I'm not. I'm a believer in a lifestyle, right? It's not all of a sudden I'm going to turn the calendar and I'm going to become this new person, because that is fleeting. The new year represents, yes, a fresh start, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to set a resolution. No, I'm going to make some lifestyle commitment changes. And I'm going to do that early on. When I turn the calendar, I should already have some momentum going into the new year. So a few things that I want to ask you guys. These are a series of questions. But what I want you guys to do is this. I want you to remind yourself of this. I own every outcome, right? Stop putting blame on people, resources, time, family, all this shit that we have going on in our life. I own every single outcome. I own it, right? The good, bad, and the ugly. It is no one's fault except for mine. Well, leadership didn't do this. Well, I didn't get this. Well, I wasn't able to get this. The MLS never called me back. I was on the phone for 5 hours. Hey, listen, own every single outcome in your business. So I want to ask, and this one's probably an easy one. As we turn the calendar and as we get forward, looking forward to the new year, what habits that are bad right now in your business do you want to shed before you hit the new year? Is that a question that anybody wants to answer right now? What are some bad habits that you want to shed before 113 days is up? Anybody want? Kylie, go ahead.
I have like a fear of getting out there and being like, I have like an extroverted personality, but when it comes to real estate, like I seem to be like really introverted, because I don't want to be like the person like, come and get me or whatever. And so I want to be able to get more out there and like show my personality and like put my face forward, because that is what real estate is. Like we're putting our face forward and representing our clients and ourselves in the most genuine way, hopefully.
Okay, so that's the habit that you want to break. And so the next part of this question is how? How do you do that?
I don't know.
Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is that a Melody Shahid energy might not be a Kylie energy. And let me elaborate. The way that Melody communicates and the way that, and I'm going to use Mel as an example here, you guys, the way that she communicates and conveys energy and emotion might be vastly different than how you would do so. So my only encouragement for you and my only advice for you is do whatever the heck you want to do in this business. Look around. Everyone on this team is able to do their own style, right? Look at someone like Eric King on the team. Eric King is comfortable in his own skin. Whoever you are with your friends and family, this person that you are, that you're loving, you're caring, you have great advice, you have a psychology background, like that's who you are. I don't want you to be anything other than who the heck you are. And once you are able to lean into the person that you truly are and be able to express the way that you would with your family and friends, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And it's not about it's not about being contrived or trying to be a certain way or show up in a certain way because I want a consumer to view me in a certain way, right? What I want is I just want people to see me as the normal person that I am. If that's weird, if that's quirky, if that's different, if that's a little brazen, if that's a little off-colored at times, okay, I'm fine with that as long as I'm true to myself. So don't think you need to show up for anybody other than your true, authentic self. And I'll tell you what, in this environment, you are going to be 100% supported to be your true, authentic self. So that's a bad habit that she wants to break before the new year. And I don't even think it's a habit. I just think it's breaking out of your comfort zone. Really, it's not like a bad habit you develop. It's just like, oh my God, I'm in this public facing business. What do I do? what do I do? So it is normal the way you're feeling. Quan, you had your hand up, brother. Let's head over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's ready to crush it for the weekend. Yeah, so I think for me, the number one thing that I identified that I want to break for before January 1st, 2022 hits is really getting the habit of scheduling and really like, I'm in the process of rewiring my brain. My old narrative is that, you know, I'm about spontaneity. I'm about, you know, just like doing whatever I want to do, but I'm now like starting to rewire in my head. Like if I want the things in life, if I want freedom, I need to schedule, because scheduling is being intentional with my time, with every single thing that I want to accomplish. So it's a slow process, but you know, I'm getting there. But yes, that's the number one thing I want to be able to break before January 1st, 2022.
I love that. And you know what? That's an easy habit to break. The number one thing that you need to do is you need to pick a day that you're going to start scheduling, whether that is Sunday night, Saturday night for the following week. Because I'll tell you what, you guys, just to give you a quick glimpse, this is not to impress you. This is to impress upon you what needs to happen in order for you to stay on track with everything you're doing in life. This is my day to day. This is my day to day. Okay. So Kenny and I have recruiting meetings, but I have tons of one-on-one coaching sessions. You know, I have, you know, different times where I'm checking Sales Navigator, I'm checking my emails. So everything is super, super regimented. Now, I'm a kid that came from the streets, right? I'm a kid that came from a tough upbringing, you know, so I had to learn these things going on, like that discipline and that regiment. And I was a lot like you, Quan, super spontaneous. I got all this energy. This energy will get me through my life. Woo! Cool, right? I have that component of my life and I will always be there because that's who I am, right? Now I need to say, how can I make my energy more efficient to the world? Because I have people that are counting on me, right? I have business people that are counting on me. I have my clients that are counting on me. I have my family that's counting on me. I can't run ragged and just try to figure things out, right? This business has been super, super systematic. Sometimes it seems crazy, but when you look at my schedule, when you look at Kenny's schedule, everything to the hour, to the T, when I'm waking up, what I'm doing, like everything is super scheduled. So Quan, I love that that's a habit that you're going to break moving forward. Let's hear from one other person. I'm going to shift gears. What is a bad habit that you want to shed before the new year, which is in 113 days? Go ahead and hit me with it. Anybody?
Waking up to work out and not doing it.
Wait, one more time.
Waking up to work out, but not doing it.
Ah, okay. How many of us are guilty of that sometimes? Right? Maybe you should partner with Zyra. I know Zyra is focused on her exercise. Very first thing, if you are committed to working out in the morning, you need to wake up. And the very first thing you do is you put your gym shoes on. Like seriously, you need to put those gym shoes on. You need to get ready to go. And like, there's no stopping you. Tony Robbins says, as soon as that alarm clock goes, you jump up, you put your shoes on, and you get ready and you start moving. Because
don't even think about it.
Yeah. Don't even think about it.
Set your clothes up like right next to you. Just wake up. Don't even think about it. Change. Go wash your face. Splash some cold water on you, and you're up, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
I need to do it. I've converted my laundry room into a gym because prior to the pandemic, I lost 100 pounds. Because I feel like I have to go back home.
Nicole, you know it can be done then. You've done it before. So, you know, like I said early on in this conversation, I own every outcome, the good, bad, and the ugly. So I love that. So let's switch gears for a second here. I have another question. What has made me great this year so far? I have 113 days left until the new year, but I want you guys to start thinking about some things in a different light now. We're going to switch back and forth on this. What has made me great so far this year? I'm going to go over to Damian. Damian, what has made you great so far this year? I'm sure you have tons of things to talk about. You have one in your hand right now. What has made you great in 2021 thus far?
I'd say persistence. Persistence has definitely made me great this year. Just staying on top of everything for the most part. You know, I'm not one to give myself much credit for anything, but at the same time, I have been really good at making sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to for my clients. Like the past 2 nights, I've been showing this new Zillow Flex client homes in Oakland that they're probably not going to go for it, but my end goal is to make that connection so that I'm solidified as their agent. So I'm going over and above 7, 8 o'clock at night to show them these homes. And I know they're not going to put an offer in on because they're still in the pre-approval process. But at the same time, again, I just know that my actions are going to lead to results. So yeah,
I love
persistence for sure.
I love it. I love that persistence. And for you, what I think has made you great also this year is that you've been open to change, right? You had this opinion of how real estate should be or how you should put yourself out to the world. And I've seen some change in you, man. I think that you're just becoming comfortable, like doing things your way, man. And I've loved seeing your growth and I've loved seeing, you know, you advance. And I've seen in the last 6 months, your business has really taken off, bro. So I love that. Let's go to Kelly O'Gorman. Kelly O'Gorman, what's made you great so far this year? Yeah, and mind you, Kelly's still new in this business too, you guys. How many months now, Kelly?
I've been on the team since the second week of May.
Awesome. Awesome. So what's made you great this year?
I think my willingness and eagerness to learn, and to know that you have to just bust your ass and like just get after it. And that's it. Like, end of story. You know what I mean?
Totally.
I think that's it. I think also like being able to kind of take a step back and take what you're learning and then connect it to other areas of your life so that it can all be sort of one seamless thing. And
I love that. I love that. Because it's like, oh, I can't be like 100% organized in my business. And then I don't do that in my fitness and in my health and my life because one's going to suffer, right? So it's like, I love that idea of balance. So let's hear from one other person. Let's hear from Josue. Josue, what is one thing that has made you great in 2021?
I think it's be persistent and be able to start a new business as a real estate agent. Really helped me to, I think, be hungry to learn. Learn the business and have that energy to kind of be persistent. I think that kind of helped me to grow my business.
And for anybody that ever complains about traffic or commuting or driving, homeboy comes from Fresno and does business in the Bay Area. So no complaining about traffic if you're stuck for 35 minutes. Dude's driving 3 hours to take a listing and then 3 hours back to be with his family before, you know, the night ends. Sometimes if it's a weekend, dude's crashing out in our Oakland office. So you got to do what you got to do. So love that, Josue. So let's go over to Alyssa. Alyssa, in 2022, what skills would you like to obtain and why? So if we're going to apply that, let's just go with business.
I was just going to say, okay, skills to apply to business. I think it's just been something that we've all been talking about. And we're all really guilty of, and it's so simple in a way, but like we said earlier, is scheduling. I think that also is kind of a skill and just organization. Because right now I'm everywhere. I'm moving. I'm still, getting comfortable and familiar with the new team. School just started, and I just am like scatterbrain all over. So I mean, not even for 2022, but it needs to be something that changes prior to then for sure. Otherwise, and another skill mostly pertaining to business is probably just going to be getting familiar with the new verbiage. Like I've always felt like I've had good communication skills, but now that I'm in a new environment and I'm having kind of different types of conversations, even though I've been in skills and I've been a people person, it's still a different flow of conversation that I have to get familiar with.
Totally. Love it. All right. So let's have some fun with this one then. In life, what's a skill that you'd like to obtain in 2022? Alyssa, back to you.
Oh, I don't know how to answer that because I feel like my whole life is practically like work. So it all applies to business for me.
Yeah, exactly. This is hard, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll start it off for you. Maybe this will give you some motivation. So one of the skills that I want to develop in 2022 is I want to master the piano. Now, is it hard to master it in the year? Yeah, but like I want to get good. I want to be able to pull up to a restaurant. Oh, they got a piano over there. Like that's just what I want to do. So all right, give me one skill that you want to develop in your personal life.
Okay, well, I mean, it's the first thing that comes into my head because it's just been something that I've been liking to do. And I went paddleboarding officially for the first time a few weeks ago, and I was at the lake. And for the life of me, I'm the most uncoordinated, clumsy person ever. So getting really good on the paddleboard would be great. Although I'm moving to San Francisco and I don't want to paddleboard in San Francisco.
All right, cool. So learning how to paddleboard, I love that. Let's go over to Sandy Cruz. Sandy Cruz, for you, what is the skill in business that you'd like to obtain in 2022?
Okay, so not super with it this morning, so I'll do
love the art behind you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, really
Jeremy Fish, thanks. Okay, so a skill in business.
Yeah, that you want to obtain in 2022.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, speaking confidently with clients. I mean, this is just something I know that it's just going to take some time to develop, and that I'm committed to working on. And that that I don't feel super confident about it right now, but yeah, I know it's going to come to me. So that's like a big objective for me.
Love it. And that's only going to come by, I think Patrick Nissim said it best, is like building that mental callus that you're going to do it over and over and over and over again to where it's going to be like, I can flow now, right? So when you join the band, we've given you our songs and we're like, here's the bass. We're like, all right, well, I'm still trying to learn the songs, right? And it's going to take a while for you to get into cadence and get into rhythm, but finally you're like, oh, now I could jam, right? I always say this, and because I'm a huge music lover, when you start to jam, it just feels like you can flow, right? You can just go on and the music's all coming together. Right now, it still might feel inside choppy to you. Although I've never heard it be choppy in any time that you've spoke publicly on any of these calls, but it might still feel choppy to you. And so I get that rhythm's going to come over time. The more that you work with clients, the more open houses that you do, the more awkward situations you're in. Because believe me, when I first started doing open houses, it was like, this is kind of awkward. I didn't like it. How do I get in a rhythm? But now it's just like, hey, hi, how are you? Welcome. So you'll find that groove. It just takes a little bit of time, but I appreciate you being vulnerable. Let's go over to Eric. Eric, my man, what has made you great? I'm going to ask you a two-part question, Eric King. What made you great in 2021 so far? And what's a skill that you want to obtain in 2022?
I'm actually trying to get better at golf. I'm at the range right now, taking lessons for the first time. So, I've always told myself I'm not 55, I'm not white, and I'm not a Republican. So I always hated on golf, but here I am. That's one thing that I want to work on. As far as my business, I think what's kept me going and kept me strong is, I think Josue said, is persistence. Is you got to stay on it, and you got to. I think the most important thing is having crystal clear goals, and really aligning with those goals and doing whatever it takes to hit those goals. And so for me, I need to remind myself every day why I'm doing this in the first place. So that's kind of where I'm at. We got 4 months left. I'm feeling super optimistic. I'm seeing a slight shift in the market, so I'm trying to get a lot of my buyers out of my pipeline. So let's get this bread, yo.
Oh, love it, bro, love it. Gabrielle, you had your hand up. Not sure which question you want to hop in on, but let me turn it over to you. You're still muted, Boomer.
Oh yeah. I put my hand down, but I didn't unmute. Okay. What for a skill that I want to get more confident with in 2021 is actually my Spanish. I'm not great at it, but I'm better than I would think, or that anyone would think. Not that I'm not that good, but better than you would think. But I'm really shy speaking. And so I want to get better at that, because there's times where I have Spanish speaking clients and I'm like, I actually could respond, but I don't dare to, you know.
Orale, I like this. Look at Rebecca say, let's practice. Like, I'm half Italian, half Mexican, grew up in San Diego, and shame on me, I don't speak a lick of Spanish. Like a lick of Spanish. So I love that, Gabrielle. Good stuff. So let's go over to Beverly. Beverly, let me ask you that question too. In 2022, what's the skill that you would like to obtain and why?
In 2022, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. I'd like to be more consistent in 2022. So meaning like when I wake up in the morning, I want to, do my meditation and, I have my alarm set, but sometimes I don't hear it. And then my day is, gone a different way. So I'd like to be consistent in my mornings.
I love that. Let me ask you guys a question, and thank you for that, because this didn't always exist in my life. How many of you guys have a morning routine right now? Just give me a raise of hand. Okay. How many of you believe that that morning routine sets the tone for the rest of your day?
Yeah.
You guys, I am a 2 cup of coffee before 7 a.m. type of guy. My alarm clock is up at 6. I watch the Weather Channel like my grandfather used to do. There's just a routine. On the weekends, I'm listening to copious amounts of records. I have that morning routine, and it is something that is so important to me. And Beverly, a lot of people come into this environment and they've never had a morning routine. They've never thought about the mind in the way that we speak about the mind. They've never thought about like prioritizing and goal setting, habit stacking, and value. Some of these things are brand new to people if you've never been into this world. Like, you come into this world like, what is all this motivational stuff? What is all this habit stuff, right? And so, Bev, at first it's a little like, all right, let me just try 1 or 2 of these things. Your morning routine is one of the things that you can easily control. Like, I had oatmeal and cut up bananas, right? And I had my green drink and 2 cups of coffee before I hopped on the call today. So having a morning routine is super important. And I write a lot in the morning. So I'm always writing notes. I'm putting together my thoughts for the day. And then when I get to you guys, I feel ready and prepared. The last thing I want to do is ever feel frantic, right? The more you prepare in the morning, the better your whole entire day will go. So I appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing. Karan, you had a hand up. Let's go to you, brother.
Could you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I saw your hand up. I'm not too sure if you wanted to answer the question or if you were chiming in on someone else's.
No, it was just like a raise of hands when you were asking the question about like,
okay. Perfect. Well, let's do this, Karan. Let me ask you, my man. You're brand new to our team. What's a skill set that you'd like to obtain in 2022?
Be more disciplined with my business.
Nice. How do you do that?
Like setting up a schedule, like waking up early in the morning, and then I want to get started right now so I can more in the timely manner when the year starts.
Totally. Yeah, we need to unpack all this stuff right now. It's good stuff, and I appreciate you chiming in. Cynthia, let's go over to you. So I want to ask you, Cynthia, I'm sure you have a wonderful answer to this. What is your unique characteristic that you offer to your clients? Like, what is the one thing that separates you from every other single real estate agent out there? What is your unique characteristic that you offer to your clients?
Oh man, I thought I was going to answer the other question.
All right, why don't we do this? Why don't you answer the other one? Give your mind some thought or some time to answer this question.
Okay, so what I want to learn.
Ready.
I was. What I want to learn, or the new skill set that I want to gain in 2022 is I want to become a broker so that I can better support all of you. And you guys are why I push myself, and why one of the big reasons why I get up in the morning and why I stay up late working on Mighty Network. It's all of you. So thank you for holding me accountable to that. And then what I offer to clients that's unique about me is I'm positive, I'm patient, I'm persistent, and I will negotiate every dime that I can. Yeah.
And you have $1 million smile.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, you put that all together, it's like, what else do you need in a real estate agent, right? So
best
Kathy,
smile ever.
Best smile ever. You're absolutely right. So Kathy, you had your hand up. Did you want to chime in on one of the questions, or were you responding to my answer earlier? And if you guys just go ahead and put your hands down if it's up from earlier.
You were asking what we want to do that would make a difference to us.
Yeah.
For me, one of the best things the coach ever said to me is everything I want is on the other side of fear, right? And I really want to sing a solo. I was asked last year to sing a solo on a recording, and I rehearsed like crazy. I did all my lessons, I did everything, and at the very last minute I backed out because I was so afraid. And I don't want to do that again. So you know, what's the one thing you would do if you weren't afraid? That's what I want to do. I want to sing a solo. So
now, where do you sing now? Where have you ever sang, or just part of a group and like a choir, or how have you sang in the past?
So I started off, of course, 4th grade, like everybody else. I was a backup singer for a record label. I did demos for a long time.
Nice.
And then I'm a gold medal winning barbershop singer. So I have 20 gold medals to my name.
What?
Yeah. And then and now I sing with this kind of crazy group. They do everything from Broadway to rap to classical music. So
what? Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a thought and I have a challenge for you. Okay. So how about you sing a song here in group coaching, maybe a solo, something here on a group coaching on a Monday, a Wednesday, or a Friday, right? Totally judgment-free zone. And Kenny just put this in the chat. Why don't you sing a solo for us at our yacht party that we're going to throw towards the end of the year?
Well, here's something that I've been working on with, what's her name? Danielle, the marketing babe.
Yeah.
So her and I sang barbershop together way back when she was in high school. I was like one of her mentors. So we're talking about putting a little quartet together to surprise y'all at a party sometime. So now the surprise is out, but yeah, we're thinking about it.
Don't think about this. Just put it on the calendar and let's do it. So let's root Kathy on. I had no idea about this. Lauren's like, let's do a duet. If you need like a soprano or something in the background, like I'll be down to help out. Whatever I can do to support you. But Kathy, I absolutely love this. This is so cool. I had no idea. I know that there's some musicians on the team, but I didn't know that you were a singer. So how cool.
I sang with Stevie Wonder and Phil Collins, and yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. So I'm old.
Oh my God, Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
That is epic, Kathy. Epic.
How cool. I love this.
It's just all background stuff. I'm just a doo-wop girl.
So what? That is legendary. So, all right.
You need to put that in your bio. People need to know about that.
Heck yeah. Forget this. I am trustworthy. I am honest, and I am blah, blah, blah. No. I will sing to my heart's content. And I sang with, legends like Stevie Wonder and Phil Collins. So, wow. I am completely awestruck by this right now, and absolutely love this.
Honest to God, don't be. I was just a doo-wop girl. I don't know if you know how they make records, or they used to make
hold on a second. Hold on. See what you're doing right there? Is you're underplaying your skills. You're downplaying your skill. Own that shit. You've done some great things. I'm looking forward to having you sing at one of our parties. So I will act surprised when you grab the mic and sing in front of all of us.
No, me and Danielle, we're going to get a quartet together. So
I love this. Kenny, I had no idea, bro.
We'll sing Santa Baby or something stupid. So be prepared to dress up, Santa Baby.
All right. I am down for that. I love this. All right, PK, I'm going to come to you next. I'm going to shift gears for a quick minute. If we sat in a room with all of your past clients and we asked them some questions about you, what do you think your past clients would say about you and how you perform from them, from start to finish, if we were just being brutally honest? if we're like, how was she? What was the good, bad, and the ugly? What do you think your clients would say about you right now?
I would say probably the most common thing I hear from clients and also feel or commonly get feedback from clients is that they really do feel like I am on their side. I'm their advocate. I have their back. They can trust me. They feel like definitely I'm passionate. They do feel the passion. When I go and meet them, they know that I'm doing this job because I love it, not because I want to make money. So I would say that that's probably the most common thing from my clients to hear. They do like my energy, thankfully. Some days when I'm not really high energy, that's why I go to the gym a lot, because I don't want to meet my clients and not give them the best, most positive energy I can. So yeah, the energy, the trustworthiness, and also that I'm their biggest advocate throughout the whole process.
I love this. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right. So Kathy, if I could lean on you for a quick song. It's a song that we all know. Since you are a singer, would you be so kind to sing Terry Daniel happy birthday in this environment this morning? Would you be okay with that?
Oh my gosh. I haven't had enough to drink to make my voice go, but yeah, everybody's singing with Terry Daniel.
Well, why don't you start it off and then we'll come in on the tail end, okay?
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, Kathy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I'm so bad right now.
Happy birthday, dear Terry. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys.
Happy, thank you, Miss Terry. Happy birthday to you. So let's go over to you, birthday girl. Let me ask you a question. In 2022, what are some skills that you'd like to obtain and why?
Are you on me?
Yeah, birthday girl, all about you.
Oh, definitely for 2022 is getting the systems in place that they're just flowing by like water out of faucet. We have systems, but it's basically tightening them up so the ship runs basically just like the ship on course.
So what needs
That's
to
my
happen?
goal.
What needs to happen in order for you to get there?
Not too much more, but basically just we're almost there. Since joining Team Fast, we've always had it, but it just kind of needed to be dusted off and updated, and that's what we're doing, working on updating it to bring it to current trend, the marketing.
Love it, love it, love it. I love seeing all you guys' growth and everything that you're doing. So happiest birthday to you.
Thank you.
I'm going to shift gears. I'm going to ask a question, and I'm going to ask Cyrus. Cyrus is new to our environment. Cyrus, I'm going to ask you a question. What are you most proud of right now in your life?
Proud of in my life for this year, or just like?
You just hit me with it right now. What are you most proud of?
Well, this year has been really difficult for my family and I. I'm currently still in San Diego. I'm coming back to San Francisco this weekend. But my dad fell really sick earlier this summer. And my family, my brother and my mom, we came together and we took care of him for this last summer. And we were there for his last moments and all these bad things. But we came together as a family and we supported each other. And I'm really proud that we were able to do that.
Man, you know what? My heart and condolences to you and your family. And that is something powerful, something really, really special to be proud of, right? And above business and everything, but the fact that you were able to come together with your family, because there's nothing more important. There's nothing more important than that, man. So yeah. I love it. So Cyrus, as you look forward to 2022, what are you hoping to gain out of your career in real estate?
I'm really looking to sharpening my skills and learning new skills and jumping into this. And, you know, just, I got into this because I wanted a change in my life. You know, I've been a bartender for 15 years. It's getting old. The pandemic really cemented that for me, that I want to change in my life, more security and just something new. And I'm looking forward to the future and the next year.
Man, I love it. And you know what? Thank you so much for sharing. You know, our condolences and our heart goes out to you and your family, my man. So really appreciate you sharing. Let's go to one other person as we kind of wrap up till the end of towards the end of coaching. So let's go over to, let me go to the next page over here. Let's go over to you, Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia.
Hi.
Sylvia. Oh, sorry, there's two. I'll go to both of you. Okay, Sylvia Flores first and Sylvia Young second, okay? So Sylvia Flores, let me ask you this. What are you most proud of right now in your life? Something that you could be braggadocious about? What is something that you're super prideful of in your life right now?
I'm always proud of my daughter. That's something that gives me joy.
How old is she?
Well, she's an adult. She is 33, and I have 2 grandbabies.
Love that.
But I'm proud of her because she's a young lady, and since a very young age, she knew what she wanted, and she became a nurse and has 2 masters and has the 2 babies, homeschools, and I mean, she's a superstar.
Wow. Well, good job to you, Mom. Good job to you.
Thanks.
Great raising. Let's go over to you, Sylvia Young.
I'm most proud of what I have accomplished on my own. I assumed the women in my family marry like right out of high school, 19, 20, 21. And then, you know, you and your husband buy a home, raise kids. And that I expected that to happen, but it didn't happen for me. But I was able to go to work, get a good job, buy a house, buy a luxury car. And I did it all on my own without, you know, I imagined I would get married, have 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls, have a ranch style home in the suburbs, you know, with my husband, but it didn't happen. But I'm still waiting now. Don't think I didn't want it to happen, okay? Still hoping it'll happen. But in the meantime, I didn't just wait. And so on my own, I did buy a house. On my own, I did buy a brand new luxury car. And so I'm very proud of the fact, when I look back, I'm proud of the fact that I did it on my own.
Heck yeah. You got to give yourself credit where credit's due. And so powerful. We have so many powerful women on this team, powerful people in general. So I really appreciate you sharing. So you guys, as we start looking at, and the reason why we're having this conversation now is it's super important. I want you to focus on everything that makes you great. And I want you to double down on that, right? If you are great in front of the camera, if you are great, you know, on the phones, if you're great writer, whatever that is, I want you guys to double down on that moving forward in 2021, but I also, or 2022, excuse me. But I also really want you to get real with yourself. Some questions I asked myself and want to ask you guys is what are you waiting for, right? Go get it. A lot of times we procrastinate on the things that we want to accomplish in our life for whatever reason, right? Procrastination can creep up in different times of your life. So what are you waiting for, right? And are your daily actions truly, truly in alignment with who you want to become in this business and what you want to create? You might say that, and I've said this before, you guys, you might say you want to make $350,000, but if we look at your calendar, there's not shit on there, there's no actions. Do you really want that, right? Do you really want that? The goal is the lagging indicator. Kenny always says that. The actions are the leading indicators, right? Are the actions that you're doing every single day moving you? Emotion creates emotion. You guys have to be in constant motion. You have to have daily achievements. You have to have mass action on all of these small little things in order for you to reach that goal, you guys. The goal is just the number. Cool, yeah, I want to hit 350, but the actions every single day. and being real as penitentiary steel with yourself. They're like, you know what? I'm not that good at these things. I suck in these areas. I need to get better. I need to focus on these things. I don't like to make calls, make more calls. I'm not good on the phone, make more calls. I don't like to public speak. Go join Toastmasters and get in front of a crowd and get used to speaking in front of a crowd, because you guys are all leaders. There's going to be opportunities for you guys to speak as you grow in this career. So what are you waiting for? Go get it. And we've said this before, and Cynthia says it a lot in her squads. This, as we move forward, I want you to make your business and your life about ruthless personal accountability. I said this months and months ago. I was going back through some of my notes, and I wanted to remind myself of that, and I wanted to remind you of that. Ruthless personal accountability. You should be haunted in a good way by all the things that you want to achieve in your life. Who is it going to affect? Whose life is it going to improve? What legacy am I going to leave? Your actions today are going to resonate down the road. If you eat like shit, if you don't take care of your health, if you don't exercise, if you don't worry about sweating in your fitness, what's your body going to look like 5 years from now? If you don't make the calls, if you don't post on social, if you don't prospect at a high level, if you don't go out and do open houses, what's your bank account going to look like? You guys got to get super, super disciplined with everything that you're doing in life. And I promise you, you'll see growth, and you'll see growth as we move forward. So I own every single outcome. It's 100% up to me and my responsibilities, but be true to yourself in everything that you want to accomplish. Let's go around the room. I want to hear a couple quick takeaways. Zyra, you just commented. So Zyra, let's go over to you. What were a few takeaways from today's session?
Hello. So my few takeaways were all the questions that you made are all questions that I've been visiting back and forth, and some things change, some things don't. So I really need to go in and actually, I mean, I jotted some stuff down that was coming into me, but really sit down and answer these questions for myself. And really, I commented keeping promises to myself. I think that's one of my biggest things is I just want to be consistent and checking things off that I say I'm going to check off without procrastinating.
Good. I love it. Love it. Amy Palin, let's hear from you. Takeaways from today's session.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sunshine.
Yay. Well, it's so great to hear all of you. And I mean, this is everything to me. This, like how you talked about the morning routine. I mean, this is huge. And for me, it really boils down to, you know, it may sound cheesy, but it's true, a power greater than myself. And I tap into that. And I feel like I hear that power through all of you guys. You're like, you're a channel for me. And so it's just great. It's a great way to start a Friday.
Wow. I love it. I'm like the power bigger than myself, like this collective wisdom. Like we've said that, but like the way that you just articulated it, that was really, really powerful. So Amy, I really appreciate you chiming in and saying that. Let's go over to Brian Wong. It's your first time in group painting. Group painting. Sorry, as I read painting as soon as I was calling on Brian. What were some of your key takeaways from today's session with us? All right, cool. We'll come back to Brian. Sasha Steinberg, let's hear from you, brother. What were some of your key takeaways from today's session together?
Man, I would just say stay motivated, just stay working hard, you know, doing good routines. You know, when you ask, you know, something to like, you know, prepare yourself for the next year, just looking ahead and you know, preparing is just such a big thing in this business. So just keying in on that.
Good stuff. Rebecca, let's hear from you. Key takeaways from today's session.
Definitely need to start posting more. I was just telling Jesse yesterday, you know, like I got so, I used to be so public that my mom was like, tone that shit down, be private, you know, like you need to be private. So I really embedded it in myself to be private. So now it's kind of hard to get out there, but I'm like, you know what, like I'm an outgoing personality. Like I can totally talk about all the things that I have going on day to day, which is totally relatable to everybody. Like yesterday I jumped on the elliptical for 30 minutes and I haven't been working out at all. So like I literally got off like I needed to puke. And I laid down for like 10 minutes. And I was like, but I did it. Hey.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, so it's a step in the right direction. Like you said, just get up, put your shoes on and get to it. So yeah.
I love that. And Rebecca, for you, it's obviously, you know, we all have our private stuff in our life. You know, we're not going to air out our personal drama on social media. But here I am, I'm working out, I'm showing homes, I'm at this company event, I got this cute dog, I got a handsome husband, like all these things you can talk about, right? Because you're cool. All of you are cool in your own regard. Just tell your story your way, right? Like everyone's thinking about content. Look at your life. You got a pretty damn cool life, right? The dogs, the animals, the kids, the babies, all this stuff you guys have in your life. So I really appreciate you chiming in, Rebecca. Let's go over to Martinique, and then we'll go over to you, Jaya, and we'll go ahead and bring it full circle. So Martinique, takeaways from today's session. Supermom, how are you?
I'm good. I just love listening to everybody's feedback and just all the gems that I get. Just keep the motivation. Somebody already said it, but just keep the hustle going. Keep grinding, and that shit pays off. Like, that's literally it. Just keep your head down, stay focused, do what you have to do, and it'll pay off.
Martinique, let me ask you a question. When you came from your other environment, your business was kind of slow. Is that a true statement?
Hell yeah, one deal in a whole year.
How are things for you now?
I'm working on number 6, and I've been here since February.
And what do you believe that, if you want to share in group coaching, has been like one thing that helped you like kind of turn things around in your career? What have you done differently?
I've been more involved with like the team. I just, you know, I'm more active and present, and I know the motivation from the team really helps and keeps my hustle going. Yeah. And yeah, I just keep grinding. I just keep answering the phone, keep, you know, going on tours, and it just, you know, hard work pays off. That shit is real.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So I really, really appreciate you chiming in and keep grinding. Jaya, let's go over to you, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up in a minute. So Jaya, for you, what were some of your key takeaways from today's session together?
That we have some hidden talents in this group. And
yes.
We have like every kind of art and musical. And another thing that I noticed was I used to get a lot of crap for being like, oh, I was just a whatever. And after doing a lot of self-reflection, I realized that we really need to remove the word just. Like, you are a painter. You aren't just fiddling around and painting. The paintings are beautiful. You aren't just a backup singer. You have a great voice. You did this, and you did things that most of us would kill just to witness, let alone be a part of. So just remove the word just.
I love that. Love that. I love hearing you guys' insights. The collective wisdom, I've said this from day one, is why this group is so powerful. So I'm going to turn it over to Kylie. Kylie, we're going to go full circle. I'm going to have you give us your takeaways, and then I want you to take us off the field on this beautiful Friday morning. So Miss Kylie, let me turn it over to you.
My takeaways are to be more mindful with my time with real estate, because I keep doing this like gas pedal and then like hardcore brake, like, oh, let's run away. And I really
Hi, Kenny.
Have the goal of I'm currently nannying as my like daytime job, I guess. And my goal by next year, this time, is to have real estate as my full-time and only job. So I really have to like be more mindful with what I'm doing, and that this group today like reminded me to be more present with that.
Beautiful. All right, now take us off the field. Some words of encouragement for our big weekend ahead.
Just stay safe, stay positive. We just got a surprise rain this morning, thank God, but like also it drew my power out, so it scared the living crap out of me. But stay safe and just like stay positive, keep going, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all on Monday.
Love it, love it. So you guys have a wonderful weekend. I appreciate you. Hello to Aaliyah, because she was saying hi to Kenny, but none of us. We get it. It's all right. No, I'm just kidding. So you guys, thank you once again for all of your contribution today. This was really, really powerful. And I just appreciate it. The hidden talents, the hidden gems, the thoughts. Let's really start planning our year now. We're going to be having these conversations again and again. Kenny and I will be putting together a a business planning workshop. We always do this every year, probably going to shoot towards mid-November. We're going to do, you know, different breakout sessions. We'll have, you know, business planning, setting out your goals, budgeting, and things like that. We did that last year. We did 5 days straight, 2 hours a day on Zoom. We'll probably have this at different locations. We might have a squad leader up in Brentwood, a squad leader down in Oakland, and be able to do these like mini workshops. So that's in the works. We have to put it all together. But I always call Kenny, this came up yesterday. Kenny is like a Walt Disney is like the visionary of the company. And now that I know this, I guess we are the Imagineers, right? We're the ones to help bring the everything to life. So things that are in the works, looking forward to sharing all of that with you guys. Have a wonderful day. Crush it. And I can tell you this from the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful for all your contributions. You guys, at one point, we hit 56 people in the room today. So keep coming, keep contributing, and keep growing together. Appreciate you all. Aaliyah, you can hang on. You and I will connect right after. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Good weekend.